I'm working on a mobile building project. The way this building is it comes apart off of the trailer frame and it's in sections. But what I want to talk about right now is this Palram product from Home Depot called Sunlite panel. It's one of the most expensive polycarbonate panels you can get at about $35 for one of these 2 foot by 8 foot sheets. They also do 4 by 8 sheets on kind of a special order basis or from specialized roofing material companies. The problem with that is that if you're using that on a roof, you end up having to reach over the whole 4 feet to get the edges of the other side screwed down, and that's just really ungainly unless you're using kind of a specialized man lift for it or something. And that's how they use this stuff at stadiums and some other applications where they like it because it's kind of semi-insulated because of the way it's this double wall with an air chamber in the middle. But Home Depot, you're going to get it in the 2 foot wide sections. The other thing is, of course, at Home Depot is they have to heavily discount anything that's damaged, and the 4 foot wide ones are much more easily damaged during transport. You get a protective film you can peel off. It peels off both sides. So this becomes a lot more of a clear material when that's peeled off. We'll probably peel that a little more later, but it's decent. Now, as far as cutting this goes, what I'm getting really good results with is this little panel blade on a Ryobi 18 volt power tool. Really good. My understanding is you can use a table saw on it. You cut it about like wood. If you've ever tried to cut the pal roof or the other polycarbonate clear material on a saw, you'll know what a hassle it is. And the stuff splinters and makes a mess. It's really a problem. So if you're going to be working on projects where you think durability is going to be a little bit of an issue, I kind of like this stuff a little bit more on walls than a roof, but it can work on a roof. The problem is sealing the edges, but they sell a coupling material for it, but I found out that common ordinary thick wall packing tape is probably one of the better materials you can use for sealing this stuff, and it works pretty well. As long as you get the good quality packing tape, you're good to go. The only thing is that for the expense and the insulating value, you could also just double up on the pal roof type material. You know, it's your choice. But this is the Sunlite polycarbonate product that I wanted to show separately because I was discussing how to do cheap windows with a few people when you don't really need to open a window. You just want to let light in and have kind of a skylight thing that maintains some privacy. Because of the way these lines are on this, it's actually a little bit easier to see out of these windows than it is to see into them. And they help diffuse light that comes in at an angle. So if you're doing high up type skylight type stuff, that's still vertical skylight, not horizontal skylight, it's pretty good. If you're doing angled skylight, it's a little bit of a mixed bag. A little bit, you know, it depends on your ceiling and all that kind of stuff. But it's decent. It's really good for side mounting stuff, I think. It's one of the better materials out there. Got a lot of structural integrity. Roof applications, you got to realize you can't walk on it, but then there's hardly any of the clear polycarbonate materials out there in the market that you can safely walk on. So it's decent though. I like the stuff. I wish it were less money, but I understand what they have involved with the manufacturing process on this. It is what it is.